Welcome to the Sales Foundation podcast. In this episode, we'll uncover how sales operations began at IBM in the 1970s, how it evolved into the backbone of data-driven selling, and why understanding its strategic role can completely change the way you see sales today. Before every big deal, before every record-breaking quarter, there's a team you rarely see, the strategist behind the sales machine. They don't chase quotas or close calls. They build the systems that make winning possible. Enjoy today's episode on the sales operations, the unsung heroes who turn sales from chaos into precision.
Welcome back, everyone, to today's episode of the Sales Foundation podcast. My name is Evelyn. I'll be your host today, and with me, as always, is Edson.
Hey, everyone. Good to have you back, and welcome to the new joiners on our podcast. Today, we're going into a really interesting subject. Every sales team has its stars, the closers, the talkers, the ones who hit quota month after month. But behind every top performer, there's often a quiet force working in the shadows, optimizing, analyzing, and making sure everything runs like clockwork.
You're talking about sales operations, right? The unsung heroes of the sales world.
Exactly. They might not get the spotlight, but without them, deals slow down, forecasts crumble, and chaos reigns. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on the history, evolution, and impact of sales ops, the invisible engine that drives modern sales.
Let's rewind a bit. Sales operations as a formal discipline really emerged in the 1970s. IBM is often credited with creating one of the first official sales ops teams.
Right. IBM realized that their salespeople were spending too much time on administration, data entry, forecasting, reporting, instead of selling. So, they built a dedicated function to handle the operations side, freeing reps to focus on relationships.
And that decision basically created a ripple effect. By the 1980s and 90s, as CRMs like Siebel and later Salesforce came onto the scene, sales ops became critical in bridging technology and strategy.
Exactly. Think about it. As sales data exploded, someone had to own the systems, clean the data, build the reports, and translate insights into action. That's where sales ops stepped in.
It was the dawn of sales as a data-driven profession. Sales operations was the translator between numbers and behavior, helping leaders make smarter calls and reps hit targets faster.
At its core, sales operations optimizes performance. They manage CRM systems, set compensation plans, track KPIs, forecast revenue, streamline processes, and ensure the sales engine runs efficiently.
Right, they're like the pit crew in Formula One. The driver, your salesperson, might get the glory for crossing the finish line, but without the mechanics fine-tuning the car, there's no win.
And the beauty is sales ops sees the whole picture. They look across teams, products, and customer segments. They're constantly asking, what's slowing us down? What can we automate? Where's the bottleneck?
In other words, they're the ones turning chaos into clarity. Without them, sales becomes a guessing game.
You can't talk about sales ops today without mentioning its more modern cousin, revenue operations, or RevOps.
Yeah, RevOps has become the new buzzword. It expands the sales ops mindset across the entire customer lifecycle, marketing, sales, and customer success, uniting them under one operational framework.
Exactly. If sales ops made sure the sales team ran smoothly, RevOps ensures the entire go-to-market engine runs as one.
It's like sales ops graduated. The skill set, data management, process optimization, systems integration evolved beyond sales to include every revenue-touching function.
But let's be clear, sales ops didn't disappear. It's still the beating heart of sales. RevOps is just the next evolutionary layer, the macro view.
Sales ops has also been shaped by technology. From spreadsheets to sophisticated CRMs, the tool stack has exploded.
You've got Salesforce, HubSpot, Gong, Outreach, Clary, all tools that generate oceans of data. Sales ops is the navigator.
And it's not just about tracking deals. Modern sales ops uses data analytics, AI forecasting, pipeline health scoring, and workflow automation to predict what's coming next.
They're turning sales into a science, less gut instinct, more precision.
Exactly. The future of selling is analytical and SalesOps is leading the charge.
So why should every company, big or small, care about sales ops?
'Cause it's the difference between a reactive team and a proactive one. When SalesOps is strong, decisions are data-backed, territories are fair, comp plans are motivating, and pipelines are predictable.
And the impact is tangible: faster onboarding, better forecasting accuracy, reduced churn, and higher rep productivity.
In fact, a study by McKinsey found that companies with mature sales ops functions outperform their peers by up to 20% in revenue growth.
That's massive, but it makes sense. They're the architects of sales scalability.
There's also a fascinating human side. Sales ops folks are often the bridge. They talk to executives, analysts, marketers, and reps.
Yeah, they have to be part data scientist, part diplomat, balancing logic and empathy because you're influencing without always being on the front lines.
And yet, their fingerprints are on every deal, every forecast, every win.
They're the ones quietly asking, what's the data really telling us? And how can we make this easier for our reps?
Exactly. Their success is invisible but indispensable.
Where's it all heading?
We're seeing sales ops move deeper into strategy. They're no longer just supporting, they're shaping how sales works.
AI, predictive analytics, and automation are redefining the role. Sales ops professionals are becoming growth strategists, combining numbers with narrative.
And as buying cycles get more complex, their insight becomes even more critical. The best sales ops leaders are storytellers. They turn data into direction.
That's poetic. Data into direction.
It's what every great sales ops team does. They don't just track performance, they create it.
So, what's the takeaway for our listeners?
If you're in sales, thank your sales ops team. They're the reason you can focus on what you do best.
And if you're building a business, invest in sales ops early. It's not overhead, it's leverage.
Sales ops might not be loud, but they're the rhythm section of your revenue band. You might not notice them until they stop playing.
Beautifully said. Here's to the unsung heroes, the analysts, the process builders, the problem solvers behind every great sales team.
Thanks for listening to the Sales Foundation podcast. Next time, we'll be exploring my personal favorite, cross-cultural selling and adaptation.
So, what did we learn today? That sales operations isn't just a back office function. It's the heartbeat of modern sales. From its beginnings at IBM in the 1970s to today's AI-driven RevOps models, sales ops has quietly shaped how businesses scale, forecast, and grow. It's the bridge between data and decision-making, between strategy and execution. The reason sales teams hit their numbers quarter after quarter. The next time you see a clean pipeline, a prefect forecast, or a team that just clicks, remember, it didn't happen by accident. Somewhere behind the scenes, sales ops made it possible. Because in sales, success is never just about who closes the deal. If you like this episode, don't forget to like and subscribe to support the channel. And let us know in the comments what subjects you want us to cover next. It's about who makes closing possible.